COVID has hit hard. Extremely hard. This is a nightmare. Let's get into it. If you've been living under a rock, you would know there's a European Super League. This European Super League is a nightmare. I don't even know what to make of it. If you didn't know, there's 12 founding clubs of this European Super League. And what it is they will get £3.5 billion each. And altogether, there's going to be 20 clubs. These 20 clubs are going to be in one league. And this one league, there'll be no relegation. It'll just be them playing midweek games. So like the Premier League playing every weekend, they'll be playing every midweek instead of the Champions League. Just so they can get more people to watch, more money. They can get a venue outside of Europe so others can watch as well. And always play the best. How are they playing the best? How are they playing the best if Arsenal are in it? We've dropped off more than Rice Gum. When did Spurs get classed as a big club? I swear they won the league in 1917, 1960 something. They won the league time ago. They won the Audi Cup back in 2008. No one cares about an Audi Cup. AC Milan. They've been decent this season. But they've dropped off as well. Teams are struggling to beat other clubs and they expect they can beat the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City. They can beat these teams every single week. Not a chance. Arsenal drew to Fulham. Spurs lost to Slavia Praha. AC Milan haven't won a league for God knows how long. How are you classing them as big clubs? Then Florentino Perez comes out and says, if you win this league, you will get more money than 130 million euros. So if you win the Champions League, you get 130 million euros. But if you win this league, you're going to get more than 130 million euros. So he's just backing up the point that this is just for money. But he's coming out and saying that, oh, this is our younger generation is forgetting about football, the love of the game, and we want to get them back into football. We want to get football global, even bigger than it is, especially in other countries. There's other ways around that. Honestly. Wenger said time ago, there should be a European Super League. But if there is to be a European Super League, it will ruin the things like the Premier League. That's what it's doing. I wouldn't mind seeing West Ham or Leicester or someone like that win the Premier League every season. I wouldn't mind that. But they're going to win it comfortably. There's not going to be a challenge. You've seen over the years, Man City been winning the Premier League easily. But then you've seen, same with Liverpool, they won it easily. But then you're seeing, they still have to fight for it. You can't just easily get 100 points in the Premier League like that. I don't know what they're expecting. La Liga, Real Madrid have caught up to Atletico Madrid. There's a battle at the top. I don't know why Juventus left the Serie A, because they're not exactly winning the Serie A. And going back to the Premier League, what about over the years of Leicester? Leicester have been tactically smart. They sign youngsters or fairly decent players. They transform them into starters and end up selling them on for more money. And then they use that money to buy another youngster / player going into their prime, develop him, sell him on. But they only buy players that they can develop into their system. So when they've developed them into their system, they sell them on for big cash. Harry Maguire, Riyad Mahrez, all of these. What's that all about now? These people saying it's not for the money. It is. It literally is. Because if it's not for the money, then you'd stay with the Premier League. You stay with the Serie A. You've got the likes of Atalanta. They're tactically smart. Lazio. What about the likes of Leicester's tactics? Attacking football, keeping it tight, signing youngsters, selling them on. What about West Ham? No one wants to see West Ham and PSG verse it out. And West Ham getting destroyed by PSG in the Champions League. The Champions League is going to get boring. Boring. I'm all for West Ham, Leicester, all these clubs being in the Champions League. But so long as they get to see the true meaning of the Champions League, which is big clubs versing each other to be the champion of Europe. How are they going to be the champion of Europe if they're not versing the best? UEFA are going to intervene this Friday. UEFA, FIFA and Premier League, they're coming together to intervene. If you're in this European Super League, you will get kicked out of the Champions League, meaning PSG would win. And in the Europa League, Arsenal and Man U would get kicked out, meaning an Ajax and Villarreal final. Guys, don't forget, like up the video if you're enjoying it. Leave your comments about the Super League in the description below. Follow me on TikTok at Stop the Super League on the video. Or was it Roma and Villarreal final? One of the two. Honestly, the Chinese played football in 300 BC, all those years back in 300 BC, for military training. Then the upper class adopted it. Then it came to England. England really pushed it forward. People played it for fun. Then you saw the likes of people deciding rules and goals and all of this. Then investors came. Now look where we are with investors. More money, more wages, football can get global. There's so many positives. But right now, these American owners and American investors, all they're caring about is money. Money, money, money. Do you think an investor cares about anything else? No, he just cares about making his wallet fat. Sevilla, Porto, Dortmund, Bayern, PSG all rejected the offer to join this European Super League. The big six are in it. Real Madrid, Barcelona, AC Milan. History doesn't mean anything anymore. Selling out for the cash. That's all it is. Honestly. Selling out for the goddamn cash. And UEFA are intervening, saying you'll get kicked out of the Champions League / Europa League. All the leagues, Spanish League, Premier League, Italian League, all the leagues are saying you can't play in the country's league. You can't play in our leagues. You just have to stick to the European Super League. But the players can't play in any World Cup or competition like that. But it's not the players' fault, because these investors and owners have decided to join this European Super League just because they're in debt. Real Madrid, £800 million debt. Barcelona, £1.4 million debt. Arsenal, £500,000 in debt. Like Barcelona, 1.4 billion in fact. With Man U, £1 billion in debt. But Man U have cash as well, and they get investors. Man City in debt, but they're not in massive debt. Money, money, money. It's just poor. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about what the badges on their shirt hold. The true meaning of them. The true meaning of these clubs. They got created as a way for players to play for them. So they have more clubs to play for and more options. So if they scout, so if they play well, the scouts, if they play well, the scouts can then scout them. And they have more than one scout. So if they don't do well for one scout, there's other scouts for other clubs. This is legit a civil war. Piss the Super League. UEFA had a Super League. They were planning on a Super League. UEFA, the ones that create Champions League and them lot, that UEFA, their Super League was back in 2017 or 2018, one of the 2 years. They decided their Super League was going to be a revamp of the Champions League. Their Super League was going to be in the 2022, just 2023 season. This was it. Like you got the mini leagues group stage, they would say all of that is just changed to one big league. A European Super League, in fact. But instead of 20 teams, instead of 2024 Champions League teams, there's going to be more Champions League teams, meaning more spaces in your own league. So instead of four in the Premier League, it would be 5 or 6 in the Premier League. Less Europa League teams, meaning so maybe 1 or 2 Europa League spaces instead of 2 or 3. Like less, or even 1 Europa League space. So less Europa League teams, less Europa League spaces, but more Champions League spaces in the leagues, so more Champions League teams can enter the actual Champions League. Then it'll be a league. Everyone would play a certain amount of games. Then, those certain amount of games, the top 4 would enter a semi-final, then the winners enter the final. That's what they thought. But now UEFA have technically thought of a European Super League. In 2024, there's going to be a new revamped Champions League. 36 teams enter, with every team playing 10 matches. The top 8 teams go to the next stage, which is the quarterfinals, I believe, or something like that. And then the next 8 teams, 9th to 16th, those 8 teams, battle it out. Then the 4 winners go with the 8 teams, meaning 12 teams go through, then 6 teams, then 3 teams. I haven't fully thought about it because I don't know how, if a semi-final is 3 teams, how would that work? They still have to eye out like how many spaces in each league to qualify, but they're going to need to iron that out. That's technically a European Super League. Because you don't need to wait till the Champions League to see Real Madrid, Man City. You can see that in this revamped Champions League because Man City would play Real Madrid at least once. But with this European Super League, they have to look for a neutral venue. Because European clubs aren't for this, or European leagues aren't for this, and you'll get kicked out your European league, teams are now, if they do go ahead with this, they will have to look outside of Europe. Maybe America, maybe Brazil. And they'd have to pay them to obviously use the stadiums. I don't think the governments or even the FAs of that club would be willing to just be like, yeah, you can use our stadiums. So money would be involved there. Money is everything. Florentino Perez, all these managers saying that, oh, it's not for money, this, that. You get 180 million euros if you win now, 200 million euros if you win the league. 3.5 billion given to the 12 founders. No one gives this shit. How? The clubs haven't even told their players. Man U, Chelsea, Arsenal. Their players haven't even been informed about entering this European Super League. So how? You can't even tell your players. They're the ones playing in the goddamn league. Honestly. It's all a money thing. Even Ander Herrera said, I play football because of the fans. One reason football is great because of the fans. This European Super League will take that away. And Ander Herrera said he's all for a revamped Champions League. Nothing else. God knows what's going on. It's just sad. People are suffering in this world. People are actually suffering in this world. And these investors and owners have the audacity to decide a European Super League behind UEFA and FIFA's back. And even behind their players and managers' back. They have the audacity to do stuff like this. When people in this world are dying from coronavirus. People in this world are suffering because they're not making money. Losing their houses. Losing their job. People are suffering. And they have the audacity to find investors and get money just to fix their own problems. I don't know what to make of this. Even Rio Ferdinand said, this is not on. They don't thinking about the fans. It's just pathetic. Like, honestly. All I can say is subscribe if you're new around here because this is poor. Just subscribe if you're new around here. Leave your comments below about this because honestly, I don't know what to make of this anymore. It's just pathetic. But subscribe if you're new around here. Peace out, guys.